Om Shanti, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 6, the Yoga of Meditation, and we are reading Arjuna's second question to Lord Krishna, which is comprised of 3 verses, in which Arjuna expresses his doubt. What happens if I fail? So in verse 37, Arjuna says, he who is unable to control himself, though he has the faith, and whose mind wanders away from yoga, what end does he, having failed to attain perfection in yoga, meet, O Krishna? And in verse 38, Arjuna is clarifying the doubt even more. Fallen from both, does he not perish like a rent cloud, supportless, O mighty armed Krishna, deluded on the path of Brahman? Meaning, it's not that I do yoga and something. My Lord, your instruction to me is to give up the ritualistic path, to give up these rituals for results, practices, and to do my duty and to do the rituals and to follow my faith, but selflessly. And we said, Swami Shivananda summarized it, simple living, high thinking. So while I'm practicing simple living, high thinking, almost everyone else is practicing more and more and more and more, as we said in chapter 2, various different methods for the attainment of pleasure and power. So I'm working on reducing my desires. Everybody else is working on increasing their desires and achieving more and more and more and more, name, fame, power. And what happens if I fail? Because those people who follow the karma kanda at that time, for us, those people who are out there going after the objects of the world, it looks like an easier thing to do. You go, you pursue, you get the objects, you increase your wealth, and it's like anybody else. Whereas I choose to do something different. I choose to follow a path with a result that I don't know that will manifest. And this doubt is not something that appears at one point in time. Because let's say in the beginning of the path, we are very, very enthusiastic. Many people come to the path because they experienced some unpleasant event, a failed relationship, some financial problems, other things, and they come, they say, I want to look for something higher and better. And then they come to the spiritual path, and it's described like this honeymoon. Yeah? They rest, they are around spiritual people, the energy is much softer to begin with, and they feel better. But then, other people, meanwhile, nowadays, we see Facebook or whatever it is, social network. This person bought a bigger house. This person bought a newer car. This person got a promotion in the job and is doing this and is doing that. We start seeing that the people who are following other things, they are reaching their goals. And where am I? I'm still struggling with the meditation. I'm still struggling with the mind. I still get angry at a lot of things. I still have a lot of desires. I sit down for meditation and the whole world comes into my mind. The people in the ashram annoy me. So many things, start coming in. And this doubt appears and reappears and reappears. And actually, every time we encounter a difficulty on the path, or we're having a hard moment on the path, our mind will tend to compare itself with other people. So maybe I should not be doing this. And again, not everybody who is following the path is a renunciate. Some of them, yes, some of us will have a job, will have a house, will have a family, will have possession, but we are working on reducing our wants. Whereas others are working on increasing their wants, and it might seem that they actually are doing better than we are, at least at some points in time. And this question of Arjuna, which is timeless and which is so very relevant for all of us, is, am I not wasting my time? Not only I'm not going after name and fame, I'm going after something I have a serious doubt that I'll be able to achieve. And if I fail, I don't have name and fame, I don't have yoga. Remember, in this context, Arjuna is asking, okay, I will conclude this lifetime, and then what? I'll be reborn, and all my memory will be gone, because as we are reborn, we forget past lives. Lord Krishna actually told this to Arjuna in chapter 4. I remember my past births, but you do not. So I completed this whole life. No name, no fame, maybe also no heaven. I'm reborn, maybe a lower birth. And I don't remember anything. So I need to start all over again. What happens? I'm not here, not there. This is Arjuna's doubt. And it's a very, very, very important question for all of us. Is it really all or nothing? Because if it is all or nothing, the all is so big and so difficult that it might deter many people. And this is why the question is so important. And Lord Krishna is, of course, going to give it a full answer. And we will see the last part of the question in the next teaching. And then we will move on to Lord Krishna's answer. So please join us for the next teachings. Om Shanti.